got a cell phone site today with a Cummins generator. I've already opened the door. It's got one of these special lock things that you need a code for, but I think I've been here before. I think you guys have seen this before. It is a Cummins. I just kind of walked in here, so it's still an auto. It's a little dark. I do have my headlamp to throw on while I'm working. But we also have what's called BMS testing, which is like building management system. We got to test all the alarms and stuff on the generator. So I don't know if I'm gonna wait for that and then start doing the service. But we got about a half an hour before we have to call them. So I don't think that leaves enough time to replace those fuel filters before we call them. So might wait on that. But we do have a full service on that, so those filters have to be replaced. I'm going to try to see if they could let us do a power transfer, because it looks like this is your disconnect and then the transfer switch is right here. So I mean, it would be really cool if we could do one of those. I already checked load. We got like 45-ish kW on there, about 130 amps a phase, except for like 3. Like 3's a little high. Yeah, let me get set up. I'm going to bring my table in here, probably set it up over here. I do need my ladder though, because yeah, I'm vertically challenged and I can't reach that. I don't even think the tall guys that work with us would reach that. So yeah, stick around. So I got everything set up here. I got all my stuff here. I did realize something. I put my ladder over there. I already walked over, you know, I looked at it and analyzed a couple things. One fact I forgot about Cummins: there's no primer on those fuel filters. So what I'm thinking is trying to pull some fuel from the supply so that we can dump it right into those filters, or I'll pull it from the return and try to pull fuel through the system. We'll come across that bridge when we get there, but either one of those will work. I think if we pull it through, it won't be filling the filters with fresh fuel that's not filtered. You know, you'll be filtering it, but we'll see what's easier. I know down here you can see there's a fill port gauge and the return and supply lines over there. So one of the two options will work. I do got to get up there and take a picture of the engine information. There is another guy on site. I don't know if you could see. There's another vehicle out there. But you probably saw when I walked past. But they're in the hub on the other side. So chances of us doing a power transfer are actually better than I thought when I got here. So we might be able to do that later and show you this big girl getting loaded up. So stick around. I'll probably put you on head mount. I do have like oil samples, so they do like oil analysis, coolant analysis, and like fuel analysis as well as all the filters and stuff. So stick around for that. I don't know how much I want to do before I call for the testing, because like I said, the testing will be like shortly. I probably got to call them in a couple minutes and then wait for them to call back. So we'll see what happens. Never a dull moment, right? I always say that. If you can notice, there are different batteries in there than there were when I first got here. They exploded. I went with the guy for the BMS testing and went to start the generator, heard a giant bang, and yeah, I saw smoke coming from those batteries. So I put temporary batteries in there because we are supposed to come back here next week to replace them, because those aren't the correct ones. But I believe I have one of them left on the floor over here. The cover blew off, and yeah, there's kind of battery acid everywhere. So I'm just gonna leave that there. They are due for replacement anyway, because I think that's March of 22. So 3 years later, I guess it's not uncommon for them to explode. But like I said, they're not the correct batteries that should be in there, but they do for now. I'm going to note it down. Whoever tightened down the terminals, I don't know if you were going to be able to see it from staring like that, but if you can see, that tighten screw is bent. Not only is that one bent, they're all bent. Like, look at that. So like, I'm gonna note to replace those, but I'm waiting for a call back from my dispatcher. I'm gonna tell her what's going on. This way she's aware of the battery is exploding. And yeah, and then we'll get going. We'll start to get those filters replaced and go from there. Alright, so I'm gonna try and take those fuel filters off. I do have some pre-filtered fuel there. I took the return line off and pumped some out. So while it was running, it just kind of dribbled out of the return, so we know that's filtered fuel. This might be a little tricky as well. Oh, I can hear it. Oh, okay. Still, it's like a poor excuse of a drain. Huh. Could be worse, I guess. Alright, I'll let these drain and then I'll pick you guys back up when we're actually putting the new filters back on. There's one. Okay. Let me grab the other. Okay, next. Make sure the connection goes back. Okay. All right. Let me clean up a bit. And then I'll clean up a little bit and then I'll probably put, get the generator running. I did already start it for the BMS guy, but I still want to run it, get the oil warmed, and then drain that because we ran it for a couple minutes. So I'll do some cleaning up and I'll come back when you're not on a head mount and we should be good. Let's just give her a run. See how she starts up. Let me put these. All right, put her in manual mode. 1, 2, 3, go. Here's some other guy talking on the other side of that wall, but I'm gonna start with the draining the oil and then we'll go from there. We'll do the filter after. Maybe we'll split it between all of them so that we don't overflow it. Alright guys, I guess let me drain this for a bit. We'll come back in a minute. Alright, oil's pretty much done draining. Turn the valve off. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do that filter without making a huge mess because it's a massive filter. And if it's hotter than this hose, it's ridiculously boiling hot. So, we'll see what happens there. I gotta find where the other filter strap is, because I know I have one that's resembles a seatbelt. I know you guys, you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this filter is fucking blazing. I mean, I can't complain about that. I can't complain about how damn hot this is. Woo. That's hot. Wow. That is really hot. Cool. It's actually easier than I thought it was. All right. Now we can fill it. I'll cut to getting all set up already, you know. I'll fill this thing with oil. Alright, I don't think we won't need a funnel for that. Let's see. You guys know the drill. We're gonna fill this guy up and then probably give her another startup. So, you know what? I'm gonna get a funnel just so that I don't make a mess. Oh, great. It's a good thing you didn't give me a 5-gallon pail. Give me a couple minutes here. Cool. That's 9 gallons in. We'll see. Let's see what this oil level reads. It's actually just slightly overfilled, so it might actually need more after it fills that filter. All right. Alright, I'm going to put these on, and let's get her fired up. I'm going to run it for a minute, and then I'll check that oil level. Nice. All right. That's pretty good, actually. All right, so what I'll probably do... okay. I wasn't talking or anything. But I'll probably let this thing run for a little longer. I'll clean up a little bit. Maybe I'll do some paperwork. I definitely want to find out about doing a power transfer for you guys. And we'll see how it works. If that works, cool. If not, it seems to be the theme about it in all these sites. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I got to clean up some, run it for a little longer, and I'll either pick you guys back up for doing a power transfer, or we'll see you guys on the road. Auto. What I'm gonna do is kill that breaker. I already let the guy know inside that we're gonna be doing a power transfer. Let me put these on real quick. It's probably gonna get loud, but what I'm gonna do is let it run loaded for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so. But yeah, let's see what happens. Kind of cool. I forgot these things idle before they turn off. It's only a Cummins thing. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we saw the shutdown of the transfer switch, but then the generator itself has a minute and a half cooldown at idle, so it's a lower RPM. Yeah, it's funny because I do remember the first couple times I've done transfer testing on a Cummins. I did a portable unit, and we did a transfer test. It all worked good, but then it started running at a lower RPM, and I'm like, huh? Like, is that supposed to do that? But yeah, they run it idle for a little bit as a cooldown, so pretty cool. All right, successful power transfer. The other tech inside was able to nest the site before we do that to make sure nothing got interrupted. I don't know how long the UPS is running for, but I think the UPS will pick up most of the equipment except the lights in the hub center, so that's good. Yeah, so we'll clean up the rest because we still got our tools and stuff, and we'll see you guys on the road. All right, guys, we're finishing up here. Pretty cool little service. We were able to do a power transfer for you guys, so that was cool. I was trying to get in touch with the knock, but I didn't have any luck getting in touch with them, so I just kind of went ahead with the transfer and hoped that they didn't really mind. So they had a tech on site with me, so he was able to get the site all nested and prepared, and yeah, transfer test went good. Transfer back was good. I forgot about the idle. I thought that was pretty cool on a Cummins. So it doesn't just shut down after the cooldown. It'll run for an additional minute and a half at idle, so it's a lower RPM. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a comment if you'd like, and subscribe if you like what we're doing. And we'll see you next time.